Second half of the doubleheader on CROW LAX TV. It's Cody Jansen with you live from Fort Saskatchewan. Junior Beast action on a Sunday night. Second meeting of the season between the St. Albert Crude and the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. Good evening. It's Cody Jansen. Connect with me on Twitter at Janner on PXP, Instagram as well. You got the comment section on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts. You got a prediction? You got another thought? Get at me anytime. In there, we'll stay interactive throughout the game with one of the best rivalries in all of junior lacrosse. Ref's ready, ball is down, and we are underway at the JRC. Rebels coming off of a loss last night against the Edmonton Warriors. The Crude have fresh legs. Jackson Baker right down the middle. Early shot goes wide. Rebels wearing their home blacks. Red trim, white as well. The Crude going left, right on your TV screen wearing their road whites, purple stripes, and black trim. Jordan Peck is between the pipes for the Crude. Former Rebels netminder last season before getting released this offseason. Fort Saskatchewan has their affiliate going again. Riker Gamble played well against the Warriors yesterday. Didn't pick up the win, but again, a youngster affiliate call-up from Lloydminster. I thought he was fine and probably deserved another start this weekend. Sloveniak gets the offense rolling here. It's a pass, and I don't know if that was intended for Fodchuk or who, but it'll roll all the way down to Peck, who grabs out the tennis racket and knocks it to Miller Scrimshaw. Here goes Xander Maxwell. Scored his first junior A goal a week ago with the Miners. Out in front, look for Jolivet, and he's stopped by Peck, the affiliate for Fort Saskatchewan. Each team has one call-up in this game. Ethan Jolivet for Fort Saskatchewan. Riley Robertson for the St. Albert Crude. We'll get to your scratches a little bit later on here. Down the floor, Avery Stetson has help in the form of Josh Fodchuk. Fodchuk inside feed. Stetson drops it. Ball's in the corner. Longmire to defend. Wedman, awkward angle. Campbell's got his first save of the game. Now a hard hit by Wedman in the numbers. Refs are going to let him play on. Maybe they'll think it's incidental. Grayson Albrecht now going for the loose ball. They'll say that's a loose ball push, and Fort Saskatchewan gets possession. Calix Simonson scored the overtime winner when these two teams met at the Jerome Aginla Arena in Crudeland. Raid low, up high, buzzes the tower with Jordan Peck. Cohut back to McCallion. McCallion now. Shot got deflected. Good stick by Bennett Fry. Outlet goes for Brighton Searson, another former Rebel. Worked off the ball by Fraser Barrett, who scoops up the Lucy and wants to run. Fraser Barrett now down for low. Quick stick stop by Peck. It's stuck in his arm, and it's going to roll behind the cage. Jordan Peck with a good stop. 3 minutes in. Jackson Baker, the fifth forward off the bench. Caden Pickering's out there to set the pick. Well, he'll roll off of it. Lowe hit him with the pass. Peck made the save, and then Pickering cuts through the crease. Anderson up the floor. Grabbed by Leung. Simon Leung, that is. Off the spin. Inside feed was intended for Dylan Kerr, and the big man couldn't quite handle the pass. Now he's got 5 to shoot. Kerr walks himself out front. Save made by Gamble. Kerr continues. Bouncer on goal. Gamble got it with the shoulder, and it gets deflected out of play. Wedman, Kerr, one more time. Gamble, third save of the shift on Kerr. Matthew Vetchnow, Jelivet. Peterson, down for McKenzie. Seth McKenzie will stay in play. Xander Maxwell to the call-up. Inside feed for McCallion, goes off his stick, pops out in the air. Now his feed's going to end up in the Crude bench. Wild pass goes back towards his own home, but it ends up in St. Albert's bench. Bennett Fry will jog it up over the restraining line. One of the many Cold Lake products in the Tier 1 circuit. Fodchuk outside shot got stopped. Rebound. Little BTB action goes just wide. Simonson played against his brother Sebastian yesterday, and Sebi won that battle. Jackson Kohut, pick got set. Kohut shot, save made by Peck. Outside feed, and Vetch, well, he laid off the hit a little bit there as Will Drader heard him coming. Maybe intentionally let that pass bounce by. Fraser Barrett, 3 righties on the floor. Pass intended for Pickering, and now Calix Simonson's going to get called a little overzealous on the cross-check, and St. Albert gets the first power play opportunity tonight. Two for cross-check is the call on Calix Simonson, and Josh Fodchuk and company now get to go to work. Kerr's going to play that lefty shooter spot. Fodchuk's up top. That's the most dangerous man in Tier 1 at times. And Gamble stops him moving left to right. Alec Zorniak now throws this one all the way down. A couple of Rebel teammates are in to help slow it back. Zorniak holds. The rookie's got a couple of games up now with the Junior A minors this season. Reed Lowe, fake inside feed for McKenzie. Now he's got Vetch cutting down the middle. Defender all over him, and it's an easy save for Jordan Peck. Bennett Fry is up the floor, and now he'll wait on the power play. 75 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Josh Fodchuk regains his position at the quarterback slot. Kerr gives it back to him, winds and fires. It's off the crossbar. Fodchuk peppers that one into the post, and they'll get a reset. Reset came a little bit later, so maybe a few extra seconds to play with. Fry, crease side up to Kerr. 5-hole attempt. Gamble makes a save. Wedman hit Kerr, and it was Riker Gamble up to the task. Wedman will run this one back in. 4-on-3 look if they go quick. Kerr, crease side. Leung pulls it back, globs it for Fry. 15 on the 30 clock. Kerr into one, short side. It's off a gamble, and it stays in front of the goal line. Now Grayson Albrecht's going to have to run it away from Wedman. Seconds to spare, and it works in his favor. Josh McCallion slows it down in the penalty kill, 1-for-1. McCallion to the net, save made by Peck as they've tried to go 5-hole multiple times on him. Searson looking for an outlet as McCallion on the forecheck. Fodchuk inside look. Bouncer goes wide. Matthew Vetch now has Slobeniak on his back. Fraser Barrett hidden ball trick with Peterson. Barrett still has it. Inside for Pickering. Defender soaked that one off the leg and Dzwanka. Gamble in his crease, and they gave him a reset. They're going to have to count this one down. Barrett with the old double hopper, and it will count as a save for Jordan Peck. 0-0, under 12 to play in the opening frame from Fort Saskatchewan. Walker will drive, save made by Gamble. Fodchuk with it up top. Barrett will defend. Kerr opens up space. Fodchuk scores! Josh Fodchuk paints the top corner purple, and St. Albert's up 1-0. A perfect pick got set by Dylan Kerr, took away the defender, opened up the space, and Josh Fodchuk was able to step into one, puts it short side high, and the Crude are up 1-0 on the road. Crude will run it back up the floor in transition as Will Drader. Stick got knocked out of his hands, but he was dancing in the crease. Alec Zoniak peels back, hands it off for Xander Maxwell, the UMBC commit. Maxwell trying to go glove side high on Peck. Back out in front for Koha. It'll bounce, and the defender grabs a hold. Robertson peels back, waits for help in the form of Dylan Kerr. Played Tier 2 in Sherwood Park last year. Kerr, feed for Stenson, defended by Albrecht, and now the moving pick got called, and Fort Saskatchewan will get given possession. Back the other way. Ethan Hackett has to slow down. Hackett for Pickering. Peterson, McCallion are off the bench. Fifth forwards, Baker. Pickering to the net, and that right foot was on top of the crease. Gaelic Simonson is on Blake. Up the floor, hard pick got set, and another opportunity, but Gamble's up to the task. Now it's Scrimshaw back the other way. Scrimshaw's to peel back as Chase Richardson. The great reverse transition to get out and get body positioning on Miller Scrimshaw. Jackson Kohut up top. As McKenzie far side of the floor. Back to Reed Lowe. Kohut now on the run. Kohut, instead of shooting, opted to flip it to McKenzie. Shot clock's winding down, and Tristan Anderson soaks one at the end of the 30 clock. Well, there's two on the floor. Believe the ref wants him to start up top, and now Longmire's going to have to go back and defend. Regan Walker was scratched on the game sheet that we were given. Makes the pass over to Fodchuk. Fodchuk across the floor. Gamble's got to get a save in on Wedman. And now Hackett's got a partial break. Hackett with Kerr on his tail. Got the shot off. Save made by Peck. Dylan Kerr. Extended shift for him. Defended by Longmire. Kicked out to Fodchuk. The lone goal scorer in the game. Bennett Fry now, short side. Save made by Riker Gamble. The Lloyd product stops the Cold Lake product. Another crease opportunity. A rebound goes in. And just like that, the Crude go up 2-0. It's the big men putting in work for the visitors. And St. Albert doubles their lead. Off the rebound, you can see it pop in the air, and Kerr just grabs a quick stick. Puts it low on Riker Gamble, and Fort Saskatchewan's defense struggling to contain the big men the Crude have on offense. Peterson swings it over to Josh McCallion. The offense has been sleeping here early for Fort Saskatchewan. Pickering. Help of Reed low. Back over to Peterson. He gets out in front. Peck with the save as he falls back on it. Crude defense playing hot potato, and now they'll settle it down as Bennett Fry comes in. Calming presence in the sophomore season. Scrim shot to defend. Walker back up top. Wedman trying to cut around Barrett. Inside, Walker misses the net. Ball bounces over Fodchuk. Leung has it, and he dumps that one after the 30 clock. Maybe half a second after. I guess they'll say, hey, you're probably supposed to leave it on the ground. Simon Leung is going to get dinged for it, and Fort Saskatchewan's going to the power play with 7:43 left to go in period number 1. Lefty strong power play. Baker's up top. Maxwell, Peterson are on his right. McCallion and Lowe are on the left. Maxwell now room to shoot. Peck got a piece of it with his right arm. 8 straight saves for Jordan Peck. McCallion down for Lowe. Back up top to Baker. McCallion short side. Peck made the save. Rebound scooped up by the captain, Peterson. Maxwell down for Lowe. No looker. Baker trying to go across the body. Peck hardly had to move to make the save. And now Xander Maxwell is going to cause a turnover. Up for Peterson. It's Maxwell. Trying to cut. Looks for a lane to pass. He's got Baker up top. Down for Peterson. Cross to McCallion. Stick side. Another save made by Peck. They're making a move, but they're certainly not getting the shots off that quick. As the Crude penalty kill dumps it down the floor. Up for Xander Maxwell. Long shift lingering for the Rebels right now, and it's Peterson trying to catch Peck off guard. Easy save as it hits him in the logo. Stretch pass. Maxwell's on the back check. He'll grab another loose ball after getting his stick in the way of that Hail Mary. Peterson still on the floor. 25 seconds left on the power play. Lowe sets up behind the X. Baker from Maxwell. Pass comes in on the hands of McCallion. Hit him. Not in the stick, though. And now Maxwell's going to force a turnover. Xander Maxwell has it. Power play expiring. McCallion down for Lowe. Save made by Jordan Peck. Reed Lowe pumps the brakes. We're back to even strength. Both teams 0 for 1 on the man advantage tonight. Down to McCallion. Off the defender. 15 on the shot clock. Peterson kicks it up top. Kohut won't shoot. Now it's Pickering on the bounce, and they'll say it went off of Peck and out of play. Peck will argue, but the ref will say he saw it get deflected and go out of play. Reed Lowe. Back feed for Kohut, and right there's the look they wanted, but Kohut whiffs on the one-timer. Shots are 14-11 in favor of St. Albert. Now it's the big man, Dylan Kerr up the middle. Takes the double team to knock him off the ball, and here goes Matthew Vetch. Burns around Tate Goodman. Vetch has got a breakaway inside. Jordan Peck drops it in and makes the save. Fraser Barrett gets it back. Barrett out in front. Knocked down before he got a shot off. Vetch has a double team. Penalty upcoming, so it'll be 6-on-5. Maxwell slows it down. Maxwell now shoots. It's off the post and out. Cross-checking call is coming. Maxwell inches away from cutting the lead in half on a 6-on-5 look, but with 4:16 left to go in period number 1, Brighton Searson's going to serve a minor for cross-checking. Same look we saw earlier on the power play. Baker a quarterback up top. Now Maxwell in tight. Lowe trying to hit Baker. Pass got knocked down. Lowe's got it back. It doesn't on the timer. Now Maxwell's up top. Pass for Lowe. He'll shoot. Short side, scores. Reed Lowe pulls it back. Goes short side on the power play, and it's a 2-1 game. Well, those are the looks they weren't getting earlier on the power play, and Reed Lowe able to get himself open. You see, he's got that space in front. It's the little pick, gives him time. He shoots it around the defender, punches one in the back of the net, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Peterson back to McCallion. Over to Kohut. He'll cut down low, avoids the crease, and Jordan Peck. Perfect angle, takes away any opportunity, and now Maxwell's got to get back. Drader's got a break. Drader all alone scores. Rebels can't get their defense out in time, and the back check can't catch up to Will Drader. He finds the back of the net, and it's 3-1 for the Crude. McCallion on the back check. It's one simple fake. Got gambled to bite, and he's able to go low to the stick side to regain a 2-goal lead for St. Albert. Reed Lowe inside for Maxwell. Dip and dunk, and it's off the crossbar. Sloveniak defended by Scrimshaw. The 244s will meet at the restraining line. Fodchuk pass got knocked down by Scrimshaw. Kalix Simonson's up the floor. Rebels have numbers. Zorniak. But it's Scrimshaw. Takes the shot himself. Peck makes the save. McCallion into help. Zoriak has it. Hands it off for the captain, Ethan Peterson. Peterson up for Zoriak. Zoriak now, 5-hole attempt. Save made by Peck, and Kalix Simonson slows it down. Pass through the middle, Crude control, and now Simonson has to get out on Smith. Kerr scored the second goal of the game for St. Albert. They're up by 2 with $1:50 to play in period 1. Here's Fonchuk on the roll. Save made by Gamble. Rebound. Got it with that right leg. Long stretch. McKenzie's got a break. Seth McKenzie trying to pull it short side. Bounces it out of play. Wedman for Leon. Pushed back by Reynold. Crude a little perimeter right now. Fonchuk lets it go from the boards. Trying to pick that far side corner, and the shot clock's going to end up expiring on the Crude as Peck puts one in the tinfoil ceiling. Minute left here in period at number 1. Crude Rebels at the JRC on CROW LAX TV. Jolivet for Kohut. Kohut now behind the back pass to no one. Rebels get it back. Xander Maxwell. Low cut, one hand on his stick, makes a feed. He had 2 players in the middle, and Pickering, well, almost picked it up in the corner, but they'll get the reset for the Crew. Pop to Bennett Fry. Fonchuk's on the floor. Kern's out with him too. Bennett Fry now around Longmire. Flips this one back to Walker. Regan Walker shoots. Kick saved by Gamble. Gamble guessed the wrong way. Still got the left pad on it. And now a timeout's going to get called by St. Albert. So Garen Schmerman and company can drop a play with just under 15 seconds left to play in period number 1. St. Albert's going to go 6-on-5 as expected here. They'll give them 14.2 seconds on the clock to work with. Simon Leung will have the ball in the corner. Up 3-1, looking to extend their cushion. Fonchuk with it. Winasumi holds for about 3 seconds, and now they'll run their play. Kerr down for Leung. Rebels looking for a big stop. Wedman back to Leung, walks outside the crease, and the save is made by Gamble as period 1 comes to a close at the JRC. 3-1. St. Albert leads. We'll take a look back at that period. Get a look caught up on all the stats of the first 20 minutes. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as well when we come back. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. Welcome back to the Jubilee Recreation Center in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta. Second period now underway. It's the second half of a doubleheader here. Senior Rebels played earlier, lost against the Rocky View Knights 11-9. St. Albert up 3-1 in this one, make it 3-2. A quick strike by Ethan Peterson. 13 seconds in, and the Rebels have cut the lead in half. That one was so quick, I don't even think we can blame a broadcaster jinx on it. Ethan Peterson, the captain, wastes no time. Able to step one in, rip it off the pipe, goes off of Peck's leg and into the back of the net. Fort Saskatchewan trails by 1. Little rough stuff in front of the bench there, and no surprise, it's Peterson in the middle of it. It'll be Crude possession. Quickly, the town scoreboard. Didn't get to that earlier. In the north, earlier today, it was the Edmonton Warriors beating the Beaumont Outlaws 12-10 at Bill Hunter Arena. Junior A action. The Edmonton Miners and Raiders Lacrosse Club are tied 5-5 as Riker Gamble has to move over to his right to make the save. Peels back is Reynaud. It's Vetch, but on the fadeaway, he bounces this one over the net. Van Reynaud and Vetch will track down the loose ball. There's 12 seconds on the shot clock. Their forwards quite slow to get on the floor. Cohunt has it, 5 to shoot, outside, and it ends up behind the cage. McCallion with a second left, dumps it in the corner. And, well, you know, if you cut it close, these refs are going to ding you for it. Got to be careful, and maybe that's a word between coach and player on the bench there. Is when you see a 1 on the clock, if you're dumping it, get rid of it. Wedman now, pushed back by Simonson. He'll volley his way to the middle and score. Tate Wedman's got 1, and the lead's back up to 2. That's just a big man on a mission as Wedman drives his way to the middle after getting pushed back by Simonson. He gets top side on him. Bursts through to the middle, and he's able to sneak one behind Riker Gamble to make it a 4-2 game. Scrimshaw loses it as him and Fry get tangled up. Shots were 17-16 in favor of St. Albert through 20 minutes of play. Josh Fodchuk opened the scoring in this game. It's been relatively quiet since, but I wouldn't expect that to continue for the next 38 minutes as he rips a low-to-low that's kicked out by Gamble. Fodchuk again. Scrimshaw soaks it. Back down low. Wedman for Walker. He'll try to go 5-hole. Save is made by Gamble. Longmire out to Barrett. Fraser Barrett trying to drive down low. Now he got around his defender to the net, and he scores, but he stepped in the crease. Burnt around Riley Robertson, put it behind Jordan Peck. But they'll say that left foot was in the crease, and they'll count it up. Remains a 4-2 game. 17:20 left to go in period number 2. Walker. Back for Sloveniak. He'll go behind the net. Right back to Walker. Out front for Kerr, but the pass was at his toes. He'll leave it for Longmire, and now the Rebels, if they can get a forward out, might have a break. Peterson was cutting back post. Now he hits Cohunt. Cohunt's got a lane, and he scores. Jackson Kohut had Jordan Peck guessing, and now you can count it. The lead's cut in half. Well, you can see the feed come inside as Kohut gets off the bench, and we get a look as Jordan Peck moves to his right. The shot goes to his left, and Jackson Kohut has made it a 4-3 game. Rebels looking to tie it up. Ethan Peterson now high to high. It's off the crossbar and out. Bar down and out. The worst kind of bar down you can have. Jackson Baker thought about shooting around a screen. Inside feed for Maxwell. He's got Peck dancing and he scores. Put him on rollerblades. Center Maxwell ties it at 4. Well, that's as pretty as they come, folks. Xander Maxwell. Dipsy Doodle tuck it high, and we're tied at 4 apiece here in the JRC. Josh McCallion now for Kohut. He'll drive out in front, sliding in front of the crease. Got a shot off, and Peck still made the save. Wedman trying to go far side on Gamble. Shot goes over, and Scrimshaw's in to grab the loose ball. Pass for Kalix Simonson, and he can't catch it cleanly. Avery Stenson back in his own zone. Help of Bennett Fry, and Fry now throws a pass over Fodchuk's head. Simon Leon. Bennett Fry. Pardon me, it's Fodchuk with it now. One arm on his stick, whips it up top. Here's Fry. Trying to go 5-hole. Campbell with the save and the rebound. Grabbed by Barrett for a second before it's worked free by Wedman. Pass down low for Fodchuk, and it's intercepted behind the net by Gamble. Vetch is looking for someone to hand it off to, and now he finds Fraser Barrett. He'll stay in play. Reed low. Looking for some help. Jolivet inside. Ball's on the ground. Maxwell has it. Can't let a twister go. 3 to shoot. Back to low. Quick stick. Save made by Peck. And now Barrett's getting into it in front of the net. Drader scored on a breakaway earlier. Hands it off to Walker. He's home free, and it's behind the goal. Fooled us in the broadcast booth for a second. But Gamble got to his right and took away the late. Kerr's out in front. Another save made, and the rebound is scooped up by Ben Reynaud. Reynaud now with no help. Has to wheel it himself north. McCallion's off the bench. It's a 4-on-3 look. Shot goes wide. Kohut can't cleanly pick up. Dozen to shoot. Back to McCallion. He'll spin out. Baker from distance misses the net, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Shots are 22-20 in favor of the Crude. Fodchuk Feeds out in front. Wedman stopped by Gamble, and here goes McKenzie. It's a 2-on-1 if he wants. McKenzie back to Scrimshaw. Scores! Miller Scrimshaw in transition. Far side fake, short side shot, and Fort Saskatchewan's up 5-4. Well, you're getting offense from the defense as Miller Scrimshaw accepts a beautiful feed from Seth McKenzie. Finds the back of the net on Jordan Peck, and the Rebels have 4 goals in this second period in less than 7 minutes. Xander Maxwell for Jolivet. Back to Peterson, bobbled, now he picks it up. Push back. Rebels struggling to settle it down. Pickering from way outside. Easy save by Peck. Jolivet scoops this one back, and it's going to be a foot race. Gamble awaits. Now he goes for the poke, and he settles it. But he brings it back into his crease. They'll say he stepped outside. I think that's the right call as well, and it'll be Crude possession. Fonchuk inside scores. You cannot give Josh Fonchuk that much time and space. He makes the Rebels pay. We're tied at 5. Not really a pick that opens up the space either. It's just the Rebels defense decide not to go to him. And Josh Fonchuk, same spot he scored his first one of the night, blasts this one behind Gamble. And it's a 5-5 game here in Fort Saskatchewan. Kohut to the middle, trying to go short side. Peterson's got the rebound, and Peck makes the save. Reed Lowe, fresh shot clock to work with. No need to force something. Defender all over him. Lowe, early shot, and the clock goes high and over the net. $11:29 left to go in the middle frame. Fonchuk. Side feed bounces its way onto Gamble, and Riker Gamble is going to send the outlet up for Alex Zorniak. Zorniak has Maxwell in the back post. Wanted that quick stick attempt, but it was over his head. Now he'll slow it down. Kohut's up top. Pass over to Zorniak. Scoop by Riley Robertson. Robertson collides with Baker behind the net. Zorniak will try push him off, and the big man runs it up the floor. Rebels only have 2 defenders out there. Mix up at the gate, and Leong wastes the opportunity. Slobeniak pushed back by Simonson. 10 on the shot clock. Wedman all alone. That gets soaked by Vetch. Vetch up for Peterson on a break, and he scores. Ethan Peterson, the captain, makes no mistake for his second of the night, and it's 6-5 Rebels. Well, a transition opportunity goes for waste at one end. Fort Saskatchewan wasn't going to do the same. Pass to Peterson, able to throw it over the shoulder of Jordan Peck, and it's a 6-5 lead for the Rebels. Simonson kind of tried to pull a Ben Royer, and now Drader escapes back the other way. Drader looking for his second, short side on Gamble. He's got it stuck somewhere in his gear, and now the ref will blow the whistle. Back feed, lows inside, and he's stopped by Peck. Scrimshaw grabs the loose ball after Searson gets manhandled. Fraser Barrett now has to settle it down. Pass intended for McKenzie goes off the top of his stick and out of play. And here's a transition opportunity for Fodchuk. And he double clutches on the pass, but a call's coming. And it'll be a slash on Jackson Baker. There was a lot of commotion prior to that, and you knew the bickering would get the ref's attention. And Jackson Baker gets dinged for a slash. So the Crude are going to the power play with 9:06 left to go in period number 2. Peterson playing his case, and it's not going to work. Crude on the power play, 0 for 1 so far in the game. Looking to tie it up at 6. Kerr's in the middle, causing havoc. Fry for Wedman. Back to Fry on the back pedal. Bounce pass. Knocked back to Gamble, and they'll say it was punched back in by Pickering. Pardon me, that's Ben Reno playing the crease D on the PK. Leon Fodchuk on hat-trick watch. Save made by Gamble. Fodchuk again down to Leon. Penalty upcoming. Leon with the shot, and a cross-checking call is coming, and it will be on Reno. Another cross-check gets called, and it's a 5-on-3 for 90 seconds for the Crude. They'll put Anderson up top to be the athletic 5, and they'll run 4-on-3, a little tighter than you'd expect. Leung's out in front, save made by Gamble, and it's stuck in his pad. Now the Rebels will control, and they'll try kill some clock here. Zorniak, the cold shoulder on Fry, whips it over to Barrett. Bobbled the pass, got it back, slips, and he still has control. Anderson, a couple of whacks. Nothing below the belt, so it won't be a penalty. Barrett still has it. Kohut got dumped in front of the net. Barrett got stopped by Peck, and now the power play continues. Five-on-3 ensues, and now they'll go 5 in on the penalty power play. Fry, Wedman, far side, misses the net, bounces out to Vetch. Matthew Vetch stripped to the ball by Leung. 28 seconds left on this 5-on-3 power play. Fodchuk down to Wedman, over to Leung, back for Fry, short side, save made by Gamble. Fry to Fodchuk. Down low, Leung's in tight, trying to go short side. Gamble holds his ground. Now a 5-on-4. Fodchuk rips one and Vetch soaks another. That's 4 tonight. Matthew Vetch has put his body on the line for, and just think, they played 24 hours ago against the best team in Tier 1. Fodchuk, back pedal over to Wedman, off of his stick, off the glass, and now Vetch can run it in transition. Has Baker up the floor with them, but wisely decides to wait, and the Rebels are going to kill off this 5-on-3. Ben Reynal gets out of the sin bin. Back to even strength. McCallion has Pickering cutting through the middle. Maxwell now around the defender. Save made. Baker on the rebound. Couldn't pick it up cleanly. Pickering Wrong side of the road, won the loose ball battle, and this is going to go all the way down to Gamble. He'll bounce one to McCallion. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Reed low for Cohunt. He'll try and go short side. Peck didn't bite this time, though. Peck with the outlet pass. Albrecht's off the bench in reverse transition. Takes away that opportunity for a second. But driving was Drader again. He's had a couple of looks here. I've liked Will Drader's game on a Saturday night on the road. Punched forward by Calix Simonson. And Simonson trying to just bat this one on goal, but he cuts to the crease, and now he can't touch it. Crude slow down. They're down by one here in the second period. Reagan Walker, shot got stopped. Back out to Fodchuk. Feed to the corner for Slobiniak. He climbs the ladder. Near side, pad saved by Gamble, and it ends up falling behind the net. Stretch pass on a rope. Cohunt all alone, and it's off the post. Jackson Cohunt inches away from doubling the Rebels' lead. Instead, the Crude have a chance to tie. It's Kerr for Leong. Far side scores. That's Lacrosse in a nutshell. A post at one end and a big goal at the other, and St. Albert's tied it up at 6. Well, the Rebels' defense doesn't fully get set up, and it's Simon Leung. Gets the pass, a step to the middle, and he goes stick side high on Riker Gamble to make it a 6-6 game. Ray Lowe runs over the pass at the top from Ben Reynaud. Xander Maxwell with it. Hands it off to Ethan Peterson. Hard pick comes from Cohunt. Over to Lowe. He'll step into one. Save made by Peck and no rebound given. Slobiniak driving, and they'll say he stepped in the crease. McKenzie, stretch up top for Baker. Passes out of his reach. I don't mind that with the long change. And now the push is going to get called on Searson. Baker to Cohunt. Pickering stands up top. Now over to Baker, short side, punched out by Peck. Now Baker never had control of the ball, took a hit though, and in transition, it's a break back the other way for Robertson. Robertson, short side, goes wide, and now behind the play. We've got a little bit of rough stuff. Fraser Barrett's taking a walk, and I believe joining him is Brighton Searson. So Barrett's going off for the cross check. I don't know if Searson's getting one. Well, Searson went into the penalty box. So it will be coincidentals, and we'll go 4-on-4 out there. So we try read lips. We don't have the luxury of miking up the refs. Although that would be absolutely hilarious in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. You would either have to have the bleep button ready 24/7, or I don't know, you got to throw it on like a Rumble. One of those just Wild West networks. I don't think YouTube would allow that. Face-off ensues, and Simonson wins the draw. 3:30 left to go. Tied at 6 here in the JRC. Penalty coming up against Bennett Fry. Simonson holds it. Riker Gamble whips over to the bench. So it's a 5-on-4 right now. 12 on the shot clock. Delayed call. Simonson. Peterson's up top. Down for Koa, quick stick, save made by Peck. And the Rebels are going to the power play. First time this period. Would assume high stick will be the call, and it'll be a major. Garen Schmerman agrees on the Crude bench. He knows it was a dangerous one, and Fort Saskatchewan's going to the power play with 3:05 left to go here in period number 2. So it's a major. You can score twice before you're back to even strength. Baker to McCallion. Lowe will play crease side. 4-on-3 right now. Baker one-hands it back to McCallion. Room to shoot, and he will. Josh McCallion blasts one home, and it's 7-6 Fort Saskatchewan. The big man on the power play, Josh McCallion, has his first of the game, and they get one on this major power play. Just a little step down. The defense decides to play 2 on the crease side instead of 2 up top. Josh McCallion makes them pay despite Jordan Peck being out at the top of the arc. Power play ensues here. 2:39 left to go in the second frame. Baker to McCallion. Down for Lowe. Quick 6. Saved by Peck. Rebound. Punch back to Baker. Loose ball. He settles it down. Back to Maxwell. Over to Lowe. They had the goaltender going all sorts of directions, and the passing just wasn't crisp. Now Vetch gets it back. Drader's all over him. Throws it over to McCallion. McCallion back to Maxwell. Josh McCallion steps into another and he scores. Back-to-back bingos for Josh McCallion. They're on the power play, and it's 8-6. Okay, Josh, 2:04 left to go in period number 2, and Fort Saskatchewan leads by a pair. Josh McCallion pumps on his second in just over a minute, and Fort Saskatchewan has flipped the script here with 7 goals in this second period. And now it'll be 4-on-4 again. Bennett Fry's still going to have to serve the remainder of his major for high sticking. So he won't get out until the third period, but there's still 34 seconds left on this 4-on-4. I think we're waiting for the clock fix here in the JRC. Josh McCallion's got 2, both of them power play markers. So if they score 2 on a major, are they 2 for 2 on that power play, or are they 2 for 1? Technically, it's only 1 penalty. You be the judge. You can let me know in the YouTube chat as well. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday night. The best place to watch lacrosse if you aren't able to drive to the arena. Calix Simonson taking the draw against Tate Wedman. Matthew Vetch battles and grabs the loose ball. Outlet for Simonson. Scored the overtime winner when these two teams met back in St. Albert a couple weeks ago. Rebels 8-3 this season. Crude are 3-7. Bounces on the ground, and Riley Robertson grabs it. And now I think we might get a water break here or a wipe of the floor. But Jordan Peck's heading to the bench, so we'll step aside for 30 seconds. Minute 35 left to go, period number 2. Fort Saskatchewan up 8-6 on CROW LAX TV. All right, back underway here at the JRC in Fort Saskatchewan. Crude have the ball, and we're back to 5-on-5 on the floor. Walker over to Fodchuk. His shot got blocked by Zorniak, and then he wallpapers them in for good measure. Leung down to Fodchuk again. Hackett will defend. Walker drives and Gamble doesn't have to make a save. Fodchuk, shot clock expiring, bouncer on goal. Gamble with the stop, and it'll be scooped up by Ben Reynaud in the crease. 60 seconds left to go here in the middle frame in Fort Saskatchewan. Rebels have flipped the script after being down 3-1. Fraser Barrett, early shot in the count. Pickering grabs it again. Barrett still battling. Pickering gets it back. Shot clock gets reset. But a 9-second differential. I don't think they'll go for a 2-for-1 now. You probably want to just walk it down. Get the 5-on-5 look that you can. Xander Maxwell, skip feet. Pickering, spin back. Peterson's up top. Save made by Peck, and it's kicked to the corner by Barrett. And now the Rebels can get a timeout, and they will with 13.5 seconds left. Well, maybe it took a little later than they wanted, but they'll have 13.5 seconds to draw up a play for Darren Bray, Jamie Blanchard, and company here. 8-6, Fort Saskatchewan leads. We're back in a minute. Fort Saskatchewan will go 6-on-5. Ball's got to be in the corner for Reed Lowe here. 3 righties, 3 lefties on the floor. 13.5 seconds in the period. Peterson quickly up top for Kohut. Bobbled it for a second. McCallion over to Baker. Ball's hopping around in the middle. Crude will have it. They're going to get a chance at the empty net here as the clock's expiring, and they miss it. A layup on the run as the second period was expiring, and Fort Saskatchewan escapes after an awful error late. Lead by 2. 40 down, 20 to go. We're back with the third on CROW LAX TV. Back for one more period on a Saturday night in Fort Saskatchewan. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. The Fort Saskatchewan Rebels up 8-6 on the St. Albert Crude as we get ready for period number 3. Riker Gambles made 24 saves for the Fort. Jordan Peck has made 30 saves for the Crude. Shots 38-30 in favor of the Rebels. Fraser Barrett, another face-off win, and Alex Zoriak scoops up the loose ball. Josh McCallion. He's on hat-trick watch already. Over to Peterson. Trying to go 5-hole. Save made by Peck. Rebound hopping around in the slot. And it will be scooped up by Tristan Anderson. Crude, only one player with a multi-goal game going on right now, and that's Josh Fodchuk. Color me shocked. Kern out to the middle, scores! Low to the stick side, Dylan Kerr finds the back of the net, and it's 8-7. A quick strike. 46 seconds into period number 3. And we got a 1-goal game in the JRC as Dylan Kerr, the big man, muscles his way to the middle and then goes low, catches Gamble deep in his net to make it a 1-goal game. Riley Robertson called up for this game. Throws it away, and Riker Gamble called up for this game as well with the outlet. Plays his tier 2 in Lloyd Minster here for a couple of starts because he played great against the Edmonton Warriors yesterday in a 10-9 loss. Reed Lowe swings it over to Xander Maxwell. Rebels would love to see him get going. Pass over to Lowe. Got caught up in the defender as the shot clock's expiring. McCallion now on the back check. Peterson puts his shoulder into his defender. Forces a turnover as well as the captain lowers the boom. Now it's over to McCallion. Kick saved by Peck, and it gets grabbed by Searson. Sloveniak's going to run it towards the net. Good turn by McKenzie. Was able to get a step on him. Coming back to the net. Over to Wedman. He'll boot that. Scooped up by McKenzie. And now Fraser Barrett's going to come down with it. Barrett's got Zorniak in transition. Fraser Barrett to the net. Save made by Peck. Zorniak on the rebound. Out in front, and Jolivet stopped. Zaxton Blake. Brothers Zayden playing with the minors, who ended up losing 7-5 against the Raiders tonight. 17 minutes to go here in period number 3. Reagan Walker out on the run, and Fodchuk doesn't miss by much. Gets it again, and he gets the reset. Wedman in tight, bounces it wide. Rebels defense scrambling, to say the least, right now. Simon Leung. Pass got picked off, and here's a break for Calix Simonson. Simonson all alone, stopped by Peck. Multiple opportunities now that Jordan Peck's been up to the task. Now driving's to Charm, and Gamble doesn't give him anything. Xander Maxwell up top for Kohut. Kohut push back, spins to the inside. Feed for Reed Lowe. Over to Xander Maxwell, can't drive low on his defender. Puts a pass at Pickering, who was not ready for it. Reed Lowe around the defender, trying to go short side, bounces it off target. Dylan Kerr now, defended by Vetch. Sloveniak ISO with Zorniak. Wedman over to Fodchuk on the back pedal. In the middle, Sloveniak's shot won't make its way on goal. And then Gamble grabs it off the backboard. Albrecht up the floor. Shot goes wide and it bounces out of play. Rebels haven't had too much opportunity to get their offense out, and what a hit! Zaxton Blake gets blown up by Miller's scrimshaw. Clip it. That's hit of the year material. Stenson down to Fodchuk. 10 to shoot. Over to Walker. Blocked by Scrimshaw. Calix Simonson punches it forward. Runs it up with Scrimshaw. Simonson in tight and he scores! The momentum builds as Calix Simonson runs the length of the floor and regains a 2-goal lead for Fort Saskatchewan. Well, you won't see the hit in the replay, but Miller's scrimshaw starts the energy, and Calix Simonson buzzes down the floor, posting in, and Fort Saskatchewan's got 9. And now I think we're getting a little bit extracurricular in front of the Crude bench as Garen Schmerman is being escorted off the floor. It wouldn't be a Crude Rebels game if someone wasn't getting kicked out, and St. Albert's going to be shorthanded here as well after an unsportsmanlike conduct call. Garen Schmerman makes sure to test out the door's durability on his way out. And apologies if you can hear the extra words coming through the broadcast mic. I think you can guess who it is, but with 14 minutes and 59 seconds left to play, let's get back to the floor here in period number 3. Rebels up 9-7. Calix Simonson has the latest. Rebels on the power play. 3 for 3 so far in the game. Baker with the shot. Peck's got to take a quick turn, and it stays out. Up the floor goes Dzwanka. He's pushed back by Zorniak. Keeps his footing, though. Dzwanka doing work on the penalty kill. Toss to the ground, and here goes Calix Simonson. Crude have 5 on the floor. The refs are going to let them play on, though. Crude have 6 on the floor right now. Refs will keep it going, and the Rebels have possession. Peterson for Maxwell. Back to Lowe. Reed Lowe now. Hits Peterson inside. Jordan Peck makes the save. Jordan Peck now airmails one, and it's way over the head of his teammate in Chase Richardson. Well, tensions are running high, as you'd expect in a Fort Saskatchewan St. Albert game. Baker for McCallia to Maxwell, down to Lowe. Quick stick scores, but they'll blow it off. I think they're going to call a pick on Baker as Reed Lowe found the back of the net on a quick stick, but they will say was not before the infraction occurred. Rebels still on the power play for another 19 seconds. Jackson Baker for McCallia. They got to go quick if they want to strike on the power play. Back to Lowe again, and Jordan Peck knew exactly where the Rebels were going. Back to even strength here. Reed low, cross to Kohut, and he scores on the quick stick. Jackson Kohut has 10 for the Rebels. Well, it won't be a power play goal, but the momentum was built on the man advantage, and Fort Saskatchewan now leads by 3. Jackson Kohut has his second of the game, and Fort Saskatchewan up by a field goal with 12:50 to play in period 3. Face-off violation gets called on Fraser Barrett. Crude fans aren't happy he ran with it, but cooler heads will prevail for a matter of seconds, I would assume. Vodchuk now as Scrimshaw lays out Fry. Bodies are flying in the JRC. Vodchuk from an angle. Gamble tested with the right pad seat. Fry now trying to feed it through the seam. Defender got a stick on it. Here's Vodchuk again. Backpedal fires, and that gets tipped out of play, and it went off of his teammate. It looked like that went off of Kerr. And now a bottle gets tossed on the floor. The ref is not happy with it. Someone on the Crude bench threw a bottle at a ref. And now, A, you're going to need a wipe of the floor, and B, the fact that we're even talking about that's just embarrassing at this level. If you can't contain yourself at this, sportsmanship something that I think most U6 teams get taught. But they'll give a wipe of the floor with 12:13 left to go in period number 3. Rebels are up 10-7 in the JRC. Well, we're still getting a wipe of the floor here as the water bottle came flying off the Crude bench after commotions for what they think might have been a missed call. And now you've got Hunter Lukoweski getting the cleaning duties out for something he didn't do. Kind of feels like when you're punished for how your siblings are acting. And with 12:13 left to go in period number 3, we are back underway in the JRC. It's a Rebels Crude rivalry, and what else would you expect? Reed low, up top for Peterson. Now to Xander Maxwell. Maxwell trying to cut through, decides to pull it back. Over to Reed low. Doesn't on the shot clock. McCallion in to set the pick. Lowe's going to drive. Wants to throw it back to someone. Maxwell's in tight. 5 to shoot. Jump shot. Got it off. And Jordan Peck makes the save. Rebound. Battle in the slot. Baker's out. Lowe can't grab a hold of it. Lowe might have got away with a bit of a push in the back there. And now he's going to get called for that. Then it'll be Crude possession. Bennett Fry, the Cold Lake kid, goes for a jog. Fresh legs after serving 5 in a box by himself. Vodchuk, spin move to the middle, just goes wide. Fry has it knocked out of his stick off the hop. 7 to shoot. Defended by Reno. Now Simonson has to step up. Fry still with it. Long range. Save made by Gamble. And then Grayson Albrecht gets tripped up. And a trip is going to get called. That they might let it go and play the moments. But pretty obvious call. And you do it 10 feet in front of a ref. I guess it makes sense that you serve your 2 in the sin bin. Tate Wedman's off for tripping, and the Rebels are going to the power play here. 10:50 left to go in period 3. Reed Lowe, no look pass, and Baker stopped by Peck. Maxwell up top on the power play now. Peterson. Lowe's going to set up behind the net. 3 lefties, circle, pass back to Peterson. Can't get the quick stick off. He'll have to reset. He might have stepped in the crease, but now he reestablishes himself. Maxwell, shot, scores! Top shelf where Grandma keeps the good stuff, and Xander Maxwell extends the lead to 4. An absolute rocket on the power play, and Xander Maxwell has extended this lead one more time. You get a perfect look on the replay. It's that high fake. It gets the D-man to take 1 step to their left. He shoots it around, and Peck is already on the move to his left. Xander Maxwell makes no mistake. He's got 2 on the game. This one's on the power play, and Fort Saskatchewan's up 11-7. McCallion down to Pickering, all the way across to Maxwell. He's on hat-trick watch now. Pickering, quick stick. That goes off the ref. Maxwell is going to have to spin his helmet around. Cohunt steps down into what? Misses the net, bounces into the ceiling. I've always wondered as a ref how that feels. Like, I would be scared if I got to stand down by the crease without equipment on. Petrified. But that's me. I'm guarded by netting in the broadcast booth. Fraser Barrett battling with Wedman in the corner, and Barrett gets free. Lob pass. McKenzie's got a break. Seth McKenzie all alone, and he scores. No mistake about it. Seth McKenzie has his first of the game, and the Rebels have a dozen. That all starts with Barrett's work in the corner. Wins the one-on-one battle with Tate Wedman. And he's able to lob one up to Seth McKenzie, who goes top shelf on Jordan Peck. And it's a 12-7 lead for the Rebels. Calix Simonson now steps in the draw and wins one other for Fort Saskatchewan. Let's just take a second to remember that this is the same Fort Saskatchewan team that had 1 goal in the first period. They were not good in that opening 20. Pickering shot explodes Fry's stick. Got it back up top. 10 on the shot clock. Down to McCallion. Skip over to Peterson. He'll go low to low and wide. Lowe's got it, one to shoot, and I'm not sure he knew how much time was on the shot clock. One ref blew it in, and the other called for a water break. Chaos on the court, and now we'll take a water break here with 8:49 left in period number 3. We'll step aside for a second on CROW LAX TV. Simon Leung will get the ball with 8:49 left to go in period number 3. Crude trailing by 5. I've seen enough Crude Rebels games to know it's far from over here. Wedman, flip outside. Back to Fodchuk. Puts one in the logo of Riker Gamble. The Lloydminster kid has been sharp early. Second start on the Tier 1 circuit. Longmire now. Runs away from Searson. Back for McCallion. Out to Xander Maxwell. He's on hat-trick watch. Maxwell defended well by Fry. Still has one hand on his stick. 3 to shoot, and Maxwell whips this one down low. Crude up the floor. At a 4-on-3 if they wanted to go for it, as Will Trader loves to push the pace, and he's pretty dang good at doing so. Fodchuk now. Crude a little late to get their 5th O guy on the floor. Kerr, spin move. Save made by Gamble. Seth McKenzie up the floor. Chase Richardson, good reverse transition to get there, and then he gets burnt by McKenzie. Seth McKenzie breaking ankles and take it right to the bank. Seth McKenzie with an absolute beauty, and it's 13-7 for the home team. Well, it's the little fake. I'm going to wait, and then he goes back and just runs past his defender, and Chase Richardson buries one top shelf on Jordan Peck, and the Rebels are up by 6. Seth McKenzie's got back-to-back markers in his home barn, and Fort Saskatchewan extends their lead to half a dozen. Kohut now. He'll try go short side. Peck makes the save. Pickering scoops it behind the net. Crude in action tomorrow against the Beaumont Outlaws. Peterson drives. Eats a slash from Anderson. McCallion now. Ducks underneath his defender. Up top for Peterson. Low shot goes wide. Kohut again. Outside scores. Jackson Kohut finds the back of the net. He's got a hat trick. And the Rebels have 14 in the JRC. The Rebels just caught St. Albert running around. You can see the defense is off on all sorts as they're chasing around players in black jerseys. Kohut, room, space. You let a guy who can rip the pill like that step into one, he's going to make you pay more times than not. And it's 14-7 for the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels, and the St. Albert Crude are going to call a timeout. Don't forget, subscribe to CROW LAX TV and watch free lacrosse action of the North all season long. Hammer that subscribe button and help support local lacrosse in the Edmonton region. We're back in 30 seconds with more Period 3 action from the JRC. Back underway with 6:33 left to go in period at number 3. Fraser Barrett, face-off win, back in transition. Baker to Zorniak, scores. Oh, that's pretty. Alec Zorniak goes short side on Jordan Peck. The route's on. The Rebels have 15. Take a look at this. Darren Bray can't draw it up any better. Barrett with the face-off win, and it's just a quick feed to Alec Zorniak from Jackson Baker. He punches one in the back of the net, and it's 15-7. Peterson down to Baker. Jackson Baker, the flip up top. Ethan Peterson's going to peel back. Now you would expect the Rebels to be happy to use a lot of the shot clock here. Huge pick set by Pickering. That's going to be a call. And he knows exactly where he's going. Likely, well, it'll be a 2 for interference. Thought it might be a double minor or a 5, but 2 for interference is the call, and the Crude going to the power play for the 4th time in this game. St. Albert on the power play. Fodchuk's up top. Pass got knocked down, and Fraser Barrett grabs it after Scrimshaw got his stick on the original pass. Barrett wheeling around Wedman. Now the outlet feed. Inside, Reed Lowe's in tight, and he scores. Short-handed. Reed Lowe punches one in the back of the net. Had the first of the game for Fort Saskatchewan. Now he's got the 16th, and Reed Lowe helps the route. First shorthanded goal of the game, if I've got my stats right. Now, there's no guarantee on that, I'll tell you for free. But I do try to keep track while the game's going on, and I believe that's the first shorty we've seen tonight. Ben Reno played on the Crude last season. Now Reno rips the helmet off of Fry. Kohut spins. Save made by Peck. They'll give the Crude possession, and with 60 seconds left on their power play, they'll get to set up again. Kerr down low. Leon up top to Kerr. Fodchuk trying to go high again. He scored twice high glove side already tonight. Kerr will shoot. That one got deflected. I think Scrimshaw got his stick in the way. Probably got on the stick of Kerr and directed that one over the net. Ethan Peterson, the captain. Over to Reed Lowe, has a shorty on this one as he eats a slash from Brighton Searson. Now Searson's going to take one on Lowe. Penalty upcoming. Peterson leaving it there. Lowe and Searson are going to have some words. Gloves will stay on. Calmer heads will prevail. I don't know if you could hear what Peterson said there, but it's along the lines of it's 16-7. 4:07 left to go in period at number 3. Brighton Searson goes to the box. 2 minutes for, well, one of the dozen slashes and cross checks he laid on Reed Lowe. I'm sure the Rebels would be happy to play runtime right now, but I don't think you can do that on the Junior Beast circuit. They're on the power play. Lowe will play crease side along with Peterson. Baker's up top. Maxwell and McCallion are the shooters. Down to Peterson. Quick stick. Easy save by Jordan Peck, the former Fort Saskatchewan Rebel. Low shot by Baker. Save made, and Bennett Fry has the loose ball. Lowe's on the back check. Fry's going to run with this one. 200 feet and counting. Alex Zorniak now. He'll defend Fry. Ball ends up on the ground. Zorniak trying to toss him, and out Fry's got a bit of headlock. One helmet comes off. The gloves do not, as Bennett Fry wants it. Alex Zorniak. Fry certainly getting one, would assume. Zorniak gets to jog to the penalty box as well with 3:12 left to go in period number 3. Zorniak will take a 10, and he'll be the first to get to shower here. Couple of fist bumps from the kids standing by the Rebels locker room there, much to the pleasure of the crowd, who's enjoying it, the home side. Well, anytime you play your rivals and you're up by 9 in the third period, you got to assume there's a few smiles happening all around. So refs are going to discuss this. I know Fry and Searson are still having words. Peterson and Crundwell are Dzwanka, I believe. It's Dzwanka standing outside the ref circle to have a word. I think Fry's going to get the gate as well. So it'll be a gross misconduct called on Bennett Fry. You have to assume that's due to the interaction with the referees, where he was trying to get at Zorniak, and, well, you can't do that at any level. So I'm sure the refs will write up a report. There'll be a hearing and a proper due process done. And I'm sure justice will be served by the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League for whatever they perceive has happened on that play. Rebels will be on the power play for a minute 5. It'll be a 4-on-3. Then it'll be 4-on-4 for 55 seconds, and then it'll be a 5-on-4. If you followed along with that, you probably deserve a degree from Harvard. Threw myself in a pretzel. 3:12 left to go. It's a 4-on-3 right now as Jackson Baker awaits it up top. So it'll be 4-on-3. Baker awaits the call from the ref, and Crude bench isn't too happy about it. They still want to have more conversation here. Again, we don't have them mic'd up. I wish we did. That would be fun. Rebels 8-3 on the season. Crude 3-7. And gonna fall to 3-8 here. But now Calix Simonson's going to go to the sin bin. He'll have to serve the minor, I believe, that Alex Zorniak took. And now it looks like they're letting Riley Robertson, pardon me, out of the box. So he'll get to hang out on the bench. And not sure exactly how that would work unless the Rebels score one on Bennett Fry's penalty. Once Searson gets out of the box, I guess time will tell. Shot by Baker, bounces wide, and now Caden Pickering can put a couple more miles on the Fitbit as he runs back to collect. 7 on the shot clock. Kohut zips one over. Jolivet, the affiliate, runs into Peck, and Peck throws the outlet for Tristan Anderson. Anderson catches it off the hop. Jolivet throws him into the boards. It's on the ground, and now Anderson avoids a big hit from Kohut. But Fraser Barrett scoops up the loose ball. Down low feed. Jolivet was circling the net. Barrett inside. Back up for Peterson. Now to Kohut again. Shot got deflected by Anderson. Even strength as Searson comes out of the box. And he had his eye on hitting Peterson and minimal interest on the ball. Fodchuk zips one over. Walker outside. Leung rips one off the post. Shot clock gets reset. 93 seconds left to go in regulation. A barn burner if you're a Rebels fan. A painful experience if you're cheering for the team in purple. Peterson up the floor. McKenzie slows it down. Now Peterson caught it, but they're shorthanded, so it'll be a back over. Fodchuk floats it for Kerr. Been impressed with Kerr. Again, they're missing Ryan McBride as well. A couple of big pickups this offseason. Those two big men are doing work in St. Albert, and I think, again, they're in a playoff race with Beaumont right now. It'll be interesting to see how tomorrow's game shakes out. Wish I was calling it. Little jealous of Keenan. But if the Crude somehow find themselves out of a playoff spot, you know there's going to be 3+ GMs calling about those two. And likely the guy wearing number 20 lighting it up. 5 on the shot clock, so the Rebels happy to eat the clock. Peterson's going to roll this one down. Peck will touch up, and we'll see if the Crude want to play anymore or if they're happy to call it bedtime. Looks like they'll sit on it. Fort Saskatchewan fans going home happy. 16-7, your final score in the JRC tonight. Jackson Kohut with a hat trick. Xander Maxwell with 2. Seth McKenzie with a couple. Josh McCallion has a pair. And a big performance by Riker Gamble between the pipes. 30 saves for the affiliate. Picks up his first Tier 1 win. 30 saves for Riker Gamble. The kid from Lloydminster comes in. He holds the Edmonton Warriors and St. Albert Crude to a combined 17 goals. Rebels, I'll just remind you one more time, they only scored 1 in the first period. It was not a pretty performance on their behalf, but they pulled it through, and the final 40 pays off. 16-7, your final score. For myself, Cody Jansen, all the people behind CROW LAX TV this season. Signing off on a Saturday night. Good night from Fort Saskatchewan.